Warning. Here on Modern Femme-ily, we may look like ladies, but some of our favorite words are 4 short little letters. Our ages lend everyone to believe that we are adults, so we may use adult language some find offensive. We also tend to get serious sometimes. We may discuss sensitive topics that may be triggering to some viewers. Basically, we have opinions, we discuss them, and we swear a lot in the process. Welcome to Modern Femme-ily. Join us here every Friday at 8 p.m. live, where we discuss everything from a woman's point of view. Sometimes it's funny and lighthearted, and sometimes we aren't. With us, you never know what you're going to get. With our host and resident lesbian Cassie, and our LGBTQIA+ ally Molly, nothing is off limits. You never want to miss an episode, as we talk to women and allies from all walks of life, and you can always expect to laugh. So sit back, relax, and join us for the next hour, while we laugh and joke and have a good time. So come on, what are you waiting for? Now is when the good part starts. Hello, spooky humans. It is our last episode here on Modern Femme-ily for spooky season, and we are so glad that you joined us. So yes, my name is Cassie. Tonight I may go by a different name, but we'll get into that in a little bit. But yes, I am your host and a resident lesbian, Cassie, here on Modern Femme-ily. If you are new, welcome. Thank you for joining. If you're returning, welcome back. We're so glad to have you, as always. But if you're new, welcome to the adult ADHD train. That's just how we roll on this platform, this show. You know, we never really know what's happening. That's just how we roll. I don't know how else to explain it. So anyway, I'm going to bring out my co-host, and we'll say sister, so you can get the bigger picture, shall we say. So here comes my sister.
Hello. I was going to say, if your costume doesn't give it away, then mine will. Like,
yes, exactly. If mine doesn't, yours will.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Our other sister is off doing, she's taking over Salem right now. So
yeah, right. We'll be on shortly.
Yeah. Maybe we're hoping that our other sister joins us. I was trying to get to my sister, what's your name? Mary.
Yeah, I'm Mary, and then Winifred is missing.
Yes, Winifred is missing. I'm Sarah this evening. I was trying to get to Mary's house. I couldn't get my Swiffer started.
Right. I know, because we have this big spiel, or idea of everybody coming over, and then because I have this wonderful mantle that's a perfect backdrop.
It really is.
I decorated it and everything. And I thought it would be really fun because we had a blast doing our the show when you came over, and we did the old wives' tale things to discover that yes, I was having a girl, and right,
we were right.
And I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, and then Alacia wasn't feeling well, and so of course she's like, I don't want to come over, and I was like, that's totally understandable, and then I'm like, you don't have to come over either if you don't want to.
Which was, I totally would have.
No,
but I got off work. I ended up doing more things after work involving work. And then it was 5:45, and I was like, your girl needs a shower. Yeah. It's hair washing day. And I slept in this morning.
Right.
So I didn't get up and do it this morning. So I really need to wash my hair tonight because I got to do this. And trust me when I say my hair would not have looked like this had I not washed it.
Right.
Like, it would have been a disaster to try and curl what my hair was.
Right.
So I text Molly at, what was it, 10 of 6?
Yeah.
And was like, I'm gonna have to send the broadcast to you at like 6:30
I'm like,
ish
yeah, that's fine.
because I gotta get to the shower. So
I
yeah,
know. Yeah. Well, and luckily I cheated this week and got a wig because I didn't want to fuss with my hair beforehand.
yeah,
So it was actually a very easy costume to get ready once you had this already.
right. Like, I mean, this wasn't hard. Like, this is probably the fastest I've ever curled my hair.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna stay this way. Like, tomorrow, I'm gonna wake up, it's gonna be straight because there is
Oh,
no
well,
prep
yeah.
products in it. There is no hairspray in it. Nothing.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah.
I know.
But that's okay. It's not crunchy. It's not.
Yeah.
I can, run my fingers
So,
through. Although I probably shouldn't do that because in an hour it won't look like this.
yeah.
Reese says, spooky.
I mean, it is spooky season, and you kept saying spooky season, and you had like a spooky voice in the intro.
Well, and you're only scared because you look like a 12-year-old and we eat children.
Right, that's true.
So
But,
careful, we might come after your soul to stay young.
right.
I won't look like this forever.
No, I won't. I will age.
And we have to eat the souls of children to stay young forever. So,
I mean, I just feel like that's a lot of work, though. I'll just go through the aging process.
right. Spoiler alert for those who haven't seen Hocus Pocus 2.
Mm-hmm.
I am not drinking like lotions and stuff for your face.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
So it's age or eat the souls of children, and
No,
I don't know if I could make the potions. I don't know if I could do
well,
that.
and then just like going out and trying to get the keys and then like round them up. I feel like it'd still be, even though under a spell, it would still be hurting cats. Like that is what it would be like. And I'm
Right.
just not down for that. I'm
No.
not down for like, you mother. Will you just stay in a line and just follow this pretty voice? Come on now.
Right? Just
Jeez.
follow me.
No.
So we can make this happen.
And then they're gonna just be like whining. I feel like it's just too much work, bro. And then the villagers, dude, they're gonna be so mad at you, like they were.
Right.
I'm just gonna leave it alone and just age gracefully in my old little cottage. How cool would that be?
Right, thank you. Where everybody leaves you alone because you're a witch and nobody wants to bother you. Like,
also, I feel like I made this comment while we were getting ready, but it's just like resonating. I look like a Golden Girl Mary. Like, definitely do.
I can't get over the fact. So I said something to Molly earlier, and I'll say it again in a second. But it was originally said to me by Amethyst because I was telling Molly they did a show at the beginning of October, and they did a Hocus Pocus mix. It was the Sanderson sisters.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I don't know who thinks this costume is supposed to fit a big girl. She's like, it might as well be a t-shirt. And it was like a 2X, I think it was. She's like, if I put my arms up, my whole vagina is hanging out. She's like, so there was no arm raising in here. She goes, and then Alize kept saying, I don't want to wear this wig. It looks like I have a dick on my head. So every time I look at Molly, it's like she's got a dick on her head.
No.
So, yeah. Holy Toledo, what is happening?
Yep. Yeah. So, I'm super tired. Had to get up super early this morning. I feel like just don't read it the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, I've got texts from work too.
Yeah. Well, this is fun.
Sorry, we have a catastrophe at work. Hold, please. Oh, no. Tell your story about being up early this morning and why you were up
so early. I was up because I had to go get another ultrasound at 7:30 in the morning. at Lewisburg, which is a town away from us. And so I had to get up at like 6 o'clock in the morning, which is super early for me. And then we get there and we're tramping all over the hospital, which is not a big hospital, but like when you don't know where you're going, it's frustrating.
I think that's any hospital. When you go into a new
Yes.
hospital, and especially when, like you told me, you asked.
No, I did. And like what was funny was one person brought us up to like the wrong area we were supposed to be at. And then another person actually like brought us to where we needed to be. But they were delightful people.
Right.
Just delightful. However, my fetus is a little bitch and she still would not move. Stop moving. It was so funny though. And like it was cracking up the tech because she's like, she has a personality plus because she's like legit evading all my shit. Like she's moving away from my wand or whatever it's called.
Right? Like, she's like over
flipping
here.
over.
No, over here. No, over here.
Yeah.
No, down here. Oh,
no,
doop, doop, doop.
And then the funniest part was when she was like at the face, she kept going, like she was like cussing her out, like you woke me up, excuse me.
Right?
Oh my gosh, it was so funny.
Fuck?
No, yeah, seriously. I'm like, yeah,
like,
no, I feel this all the time.
I feel like that's like foreshadowing of how sassy she's gonna be once she gets here.
I think she's gonna have a little mouth on her, absolutely.
I mean, she won't take after her mom at all.
Ooh, no, seriously. Mm.
And they always say your kids are twice as bad as you, so.
No. I don't want that.
Right, I think Molly just had a realization of shit.
Ooh. I was like hoping for a real docile one. Oh my goodness. Yeah. And then it was so funny because she's like, oh, she moved. I was like, I know. I felt it. I feel it all the time because she doesn't stop.
You're like, yeah, she pushes on my bladder. She makes it so I'm not comfortable.
Yeah.
She kicks me every chance she gets. I know she moves.
And she won't freaking flip. So, I mean, I'm still pretty early on, so I'm okay. But it's super uncomfortable because, like, she kicks a lot. And it's right down in that I'm like, stop. Can you stop that, please?
No.
I think you're kicking my bladder out. Like, please stop.
Right? That belongs there. Stop trying to move it.
Oh my God. And then it was so funny. A coworker, she was like, has she gotten stuck in your ribs yet? And I was like, I'm sorry. What? That's a thing? I have that to look forward to? No, she hasn't. She's been honing in on my bladder. That's where she stays.
Right? I mean, I guess it's a good thing that she hasn't gotten stuck in your ribs, but I don't know if I'd rather that or have her kicking my bladder.
Like, I don't, yeah. It's just.
I think I'd almost rather her like up here pushing on my ribs because at least then I could be like, oh, okay.
Okay, just kind of push her down. Yeah.
Let's shove you down just a little bit. When
right.
you're kicking my bladder, I'm gonna pee myself.
No, and it's like I'll move and I'm like, oh, wait, no, I'm good. Okay, you know, just. But if I just move a certain way, she'll like kick it. I'm like, oh, gee, oh no, I'm good. I'm cool.
That's great. Well, it sucks that you were up super early and
it makes her such
lost in a hospital you're not familiar with.
It was lost in the hospital.
But at least you guys got to get, you know, the
and everything
that you wanted, and yeah.
So she's 2 pounds, 10 ounces, which they said was good, and I was like, perfect. So
she's a growing little peanut.
I know.
Although we may have to start calling her a spicy little peanut because she seems.
Yo, listen. So she's like a hot tamale, dude. She's like just all of like. First off, hot tamales are so good, but yeah, spicy. She's spicy.
I say fair warning.
Jalapeno.
My niece is spicy.
On a stick.
On a stick.
On a stick.
Yeah. The adult ADHD at its finest, y'all.
Seriously.
what happens.
I know.
Um, so you said for Halloween you're passing out candy? Is that what you're
I
doing?
am. Yes. I am passing out candy at a friend's house. I'm really excited, actually. Thank you for saying that because I have to get candy because it's flipping Monday.
It's Monday. I have to make 2
Halloween is
costumes this
Monday.
weekend.
Jiminy Christmas. So I gotta get candy because I was like, this is if there's like 2 families at one house handing out candy, this is gonna be the best freaking candy house ever. Like they're gonna be like, oh my god, the candy house gave us so much candy.
Right.
That's what I want.
Well,
Everybody having
and
a lot of candy.
so typically we would hand out candy, but people don't come to our house. They don't
Yeah.
trick or treat in our area. Why, I don't know. There's 150 houses in a development.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not like it's getting younger,
It
but it's
is.
more of an older like everybody, all the kids that used to trick or treat there have grown up and
Yeah.
moved. You
Now,
know,
all of us kids who used to trick or treat here have grown, and now we're starting to buy houses here because we
right,
want to raise our families here as well.
right,
So, yeah. But so we're not handing out candy. We're going to get candy.
okay.
Am I 35 and going trick or treating? Yes, I am. With my 4-year-old niece.
Okay, I was like, I don't
Yeah.
know
No,
how that will work.
no, I will be with my niece. However, my wife is tiny. I know I've
I
made that
was gonna
comment
say
before.
that is true. That is
So
true.
she will probably walk up with my niece, and the not last year. Use this more. So when I forget how many years ago. It was like the year before COVID, I think.
19 or 19? Yeah, no, 2019.
Maybe. Maybe it was. I don't remember. My niece was a monster truck.
Oh, how fun!
Like my sister made the whole costume. Like it lit up. Like
Yeah,
it was freaking incredible. We had people stopping us on the street. But my wife was dressed up in a Jack Skellington onesie because it was cold as shit outside.
yeah, no, yeah,
And she just pulled the hood down because it has like a mask in the hood. She would walk up with my niece. They'd be holding hands. She would get candy. My niece would get candy. I would say thank you. They'd both go, thank you. And they'd come back. And I'm like,
aw,
so I'm like, are you trick or treating? Or are
right.
you going with our niece to trick or treat? But I'm not complaining
No.
because I get some candy too.
I just like
So,
seeing the little costumes and like,
yeah.
especially the ones that are homemade. Those are my favorite. Will always be my favorite little spot in my heart. And they're stinking cute. And they just come up and they say trick or treat. It's the best.
Yeah. Oh, I was just corrected. Says Reese says it was 2020 because one house was passing candy down a tube. So I remember that.
Oh my
They
gosh,
they
that's kind of
created a social distancing candy chute that they would
there.
just
You
bloop
go.
and it would go right into your bag.
There you go. Look at that.
Um, but our niece is 4 now,
Mm-hmm.
so I asked her. I'm not sure if it was mistakenly or good that I asked her what she wanted to be for Halloween, and she said a strawberry. And I was like, okay, should Aunt Reese and Aunt Cassie be blueberries and grapes? She was like, oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Right.
Great. So we're going to be the Fruit of the Loom gang coming down the street.
Yeah. Seriously, that's so funny. That's cute.
Well, and my sister had surgery
Mm-hmm.
in beginning of the month. So she can't really walk very well because she was on her
Mm-hmm.
leg, like her thigh. So she's like, I may have to borrow one of her family members' wheelchairs. She's like, because I can't really walk that far. And she's like, if one of y'all could maybe push me, because we're going to a parade and then we're going to go trick or treating. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. I was like, although I suggest it not be my wife because she will literally push you and jump on the back of the wheelchair and y'all be going down Main Street. Like,
Right.
wee! No.
Seriously.
Because then we'll all end up in the ER and I'll have to call Molly to come be like, could you come help me?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. No.
Yeah. Reese just commented, I'm not going to pop it up because having my shirt down off my shoulders, it makes it really hard to reach forward. Yeah, realize that. She said the whole family is going to be a walking advertisement for underwear.
No, seriously. Yeah. Boxers or briefs.
Yeah. I feel like if her dad were home, we could just have him have a shirt that says boxers or briefs on it.
Oh no. There you go.
And she wanted, if he would have been home, my niece wanted her dad to be a banana.
Oh my gosh, that would have been so funny.
I'm not sure if my mom and my stepdad are going, but if they are, they better be some sort of fruit.
No,
I
seriously.
really want one of them to at least be an apple.
Or an orange, and I feel like an orange would be pretty easy.
Yeah. So I have to make blueberries and grapes this weekend.
Balloons.
Yeah. My sister was like, you could just pin styrofoam balls all over your shirt. I was like, no, because then I'll have to paint them and then I'll have to glue them. Yeah. And no, I can just blow up a bunch of balloons and pin them to my shirt. So
it was the best costume.
Yeah. I have to tell you, one of my favorite costumes that I've seen of yours in the past was your loofah.
Oh my gosh, that's right. That was another find on the interweb. And yeah, that was when I was cutting hair and I was a loofah. I just got a bunch of tulle and just kind of put it on a safety pin and then safety pin it to a shirt and just made sure I was fluffy. And
it was
rope and got it and put it over.
It was incredible.
Yeah. But it was like one of the easiest things that I have ever made. Time consuming a little bit because I like cut it up but it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
Right.
To be and to make.
Well, that was like when we did our tutus.
Yeah.
Like they look great. They're so much fun to make.
Yes.
They're kind of a pain in the ass.
They are such a pain in the ass. They are. And what's funny is like I have saved all of them. Most of the ones that I've made.
Right.
And I just got them out and I'm gonna have to throw them away.
No.
Yeah. It's gonna have to happen. I know. Unfortunately, some mice got into them.
Oh. It happens when you live in the country.
Yeah. Or just in town by like a river.
I mean, you still live in the country, let's be real.
Yeah. And so yeah, they have to go.
Yeah, that sucks.
I know.
Luckily, they're not super expensive to make.
No, they're not. They're super, super inexpensive. And especially if you want like a tutu for like anybody, a little child. Yeah. You can make one, I promise. I promise you. I can barely sew a button. However, I've always wanted to learn how to sew. And I sew things, but like it ain't pretty. It's literally just to slap that thigh hole that's like been rubbed.
Guilty.
Right?
Do that all the time.
You slap something on, you just sew it together because these pants are still good except for that one area.
Yeah.
And, yeah, that's how I sew. It's not and I used to cross stitch because my mom was make me, but like we taught my sister and I. But I've always wanted to learn how to sew, like with a sewing machine.
I have not used an actual sewing machine in a really long time, but I can sew.
One, but I don't know really like how. Like I wouldn't know how to change it. I wouldn't know because I literally just like, oh, well, I push this pedal, look at this, and that's what I did.
It may take me a minute, and I might have to YouTube it to remember because it's been that long since I've used a sewing machine. But I can sew. I'm actually pretty good at a hand sewing machine. Have you ever seen one of those?
Yeah, I have.
I use that a lot for stupid fixes. Like if I like to cut shirts because I love wearing things off the shoulder. So
no, hold on, just real quick. I got a sweatshirt and it had like this V-neck thing, but it was cut itself, right? And I had just bought it and I put it on. And Charlie looks at it and goes, "Did you cut your sweatshirt again? Like you just got it. That was so fast." I was like, "No, it came like that." He's like, "You be getting your shirt so fast." And I do. Like I'll get a shirt and I'll just like cut it because I want it a certain way. And I'm like, this is what I want. Oh, it was so fun. Did you cut that already? I was like, no, it came like that.
No, sir, I bought it this way.
Right? Sorry.
This shirt woke up that way.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly. No, for real.
Yeah, no. But then that's the thing. Like, I love to cut t-shirts. Like, I like to, like, this is probably like the 90s, 2000s for me, is like put the slices, tie them. Like, for the summer, it's just so fun, especially over like a bikini top. Right. Looking cute, And they're great for like just cleaning up the seams
Yep.
so they're not all frayed and stupid.
Right. Right.
Or
No.
I like to cut my own jean shorts because
No. Right.
you already wear the jeans in.
Yeah.
So why buy new jeans,
Hmm.
shorts, when you can just take the ones that are, the holes or
The
there's
whole
nothing
social.
covering them
You,
anymore?
you can't patch it up anymore, girl. Like, it's
Yeah,
done. Turn those into shorts.
exactly. Like, and it's easy to just be like, there you go, it's
But
done.
yeah. Well, see, and my mom used to make all of our costumes, and that's what. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, if I can make a tutu, anybody can. So if you ever have like small children that want, or even you want a tutu, YouTube it, Pinterest. It's so easy.
So
Um,
easy.
but my mom used to make all of our costumes, and I want to do that. But I think I'm gonna have to get a hand sewer.
Well, and like for costumes, you might want a sewing machine just because
Well,
you'll
that
have
or
a
like do
bigger area.
glue.
Girl, I'm not opposed to that either.
That's how I made
Like,
my Medusa toga. Was with glue, fabric glue.
that's right.
And that she's still together, girl. Like, she is
E6000, I will
holding
swear
on
by it until I
tight.
die.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I think I almost loaned her out this year, but I don't think they ended up wanting to be Medusa. But yeah, she's still together.
Yeah. I've used that stuff on I couldn't tell you how many different things.
Yeah, I
Um,
made pillows with it, Christmas pillows.
why
I got it
not?
off of, I got the hack off of like probably TikTok or something. And you go to the Dollar Tree and you get like their dollar hand towels that are like Christmassy. And then you just glue them and then stuff them and then glue them together. And then you have a Christmas pillow.
That's not a bad idea. I might make some. That's gonna be a show this year. We're gonna make
Yeah.
pillows. Well, I'll come over
Yeah.
to your house. We'll make pillows.
Yeah. It was cool. I mean, yeah, because I could like, I wouldn't mind updating mine. Plus, I need more stuffing. And I have these pillows. Like, I don't ever want to throw away like my pillows that I've used. I'm gonna wash them, but I don't want to throw them away. I can use that stuffing.
There you go.
Perfect.
There you go. We'll repurpose.
Yeah. Yeah. Upcycle, bitch.
Right? Well,
Yeah.
and I mean, we just got a new couch. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
brand new, but a few months ago we got a new
Right.
couch. So it'd be cute to have new pillows because we have a whole
Yeah.
crap ton of throw pillows on there. Our dog uses them. We use them. Like, we can't have
Right.
enough throw pillows. But it would be cute to have like
Seasonal
Thanksgiving
pillow.
ones,
Yeah.
Halloween ones. I mean, Halloween is almost over, but like
Still. And you
get the
just go to the
towels
Dollar Tree.
on.
And it's
Yeah,
not because throw pillows, girl, some of those are expensive. And even if you go to like TJ Maxx and like if you want to buy them at a thrift store, sometimes that can be expensive too. So
yeah.
making for under, I don't know, $5.
Sold. Say
Yeah,
less.
yeah,
Like when we like here in West talk about like thrifting and like on a budget, like when we were talking about doing this costume idea, I was like, your girl is broke,
no,
okay?
seriously.
Like, I got a mortgage, I got a wife, like
That-
I got fur
yeah,
babies.
yeah.
Like, no, your girl is broke. I am not buying a costume. Call
I
me
did buy.
stingy.
I bought a wig.
Right, but that's really hard to do with your hair. Like, all I had to do was curl mine.
I didn't want to, and it was
Like,
only like, I think it was like $20. So.
yeah. But I was like, I'm not buying a costume that
No,
I'm never
well,
gonna wear again,
yeah,
honestly.
no, I know because I was looking at Mary costumes too because I didn't want to have to put because I didn't have anything. I was like, I have an orange shirt, and I was like, no, no, I'm
Yeah.
not paying that. I'm not doing it. So like, whatever. This is my interpretation of it, and I have the hair.
Right. Like, well, and that's I after work today dug and dug and dug and dug and dug. I have a corset that would be perfect for this outfit.
Right.
Of course, I couldn't find it.
No. Why would it be that easy?
It, thank you. Like, I was even
Yeah.
getting like boxes of stuff that I've stored in my closet,
Right.
like pulling them down, looking to see what was in there. It wasn't in there.
No, it never is. It never
No.
is. It's never where I thought I put it.
Yeah.
It never is.
Never. Well, hearing you say that. So last week I was bitching I couldn't find those lashes, and I was complaining because the boys, for those of you who watched last week, those are our friendly neighborhood ghosts that we have with us, always hide my shit. I found the lashes. Not in a place I had to put them because they were stuffed inside. I have like a 3-tier like makeup holder.
Mm-hmm.
They were stuffed inside, like wedged between foundation and the edge of the front of the makeup container. I put them somewhere that I would know where they were. There is no way in hell I would have done that.
Right.
But I found them.
There you go.
Now I'm going to have to figure out what I did with them again because I did move them, but I'm not sure where I put them. And I'm wearing my old busted ones because I needed some dramatic lashes for this evening.
No, I don't know what I did with my other lashes that I could have reused. I think I have no idea. And I didn't want to get new lashes, so I was like, mascara it is.
Sometimes you just gotta say, fuck it.
Listen, I got up really early this morning. I didn't want to.
You did. When Molly and I were both logging out from work, I was like, all right, girl, I'm gonna go take a nap.
No,
I will talk to you at 6. I did not get a nap. Neither did Molly. So
I'm so tired. I am. Like, I'm feeling it right now, and I'm like pushing through, right? But I know. I'm tired.
No, I am the same way. Like, I was telling Molly earlier this week, I ordered DoorDash coffee thrice times this week, and didn't get it the third time, which
that's right.
sent me over the edge.
Sorry, I just remembered that tomorrow we have to go somewhere, and I get to stop and get coffee, maybe, and I'm really excited of what I'm getting. Sorry, that's just what happened.
Is it the peanut butter cup?
Yes. Oh my gosh, it is so good. It is so good. I
told you it's good.
Oh my gosh! Like, and now I just said it, and I'm like, luckily they're closed, because I would probably go and get one. So good.
Yeah. Well, what time is your Dunkin' close up in your area?
7.
I'm pretty sure mine still closes at 4.
Oh, so mine did too, and then I got used to that because I love their unsweetened iced teas. Oh my god, it's my favorite. And I put some blueberry in that. So good. But then they started closing at 4, so I was like, okay, I will adjust my hopefully wantings of this tea. And then I went there one time and I saw a sign, and they're like, our drive-through only is open till 7. I was like, I'm there. Yes.
DoorDash stops delivering Dunkin' at 2:30.
Oh. You also kind of live in a smaller town.
I'm a lazy asshole, okay? Because
okay.
if there were not trees and houses in the way, I could see Dunkin' from my house. Like, it's a direct shot from my house.
Right.
I DoorDash that shit because I don't, one, get up early enough to go get it myself before work, or 2, want to put a bra on that early to actually leave my house to go get it for work.
No.
So I DoorDash it and I wait for an hour for it to get here.
No.
When it would probably take me 6 minutes round trip to go
do. Yeah. Well, I don't know, because sometimes our drive-thrus are flipping. They take forever.
Yeah. There was one day, Molly and I had to go into the office, and I had texted her and I said, hey, I'm stopping for coffee. Like, this is my treat because I had to leave my house this morning.
Yeah, seriously.
So I'm going to stop for coffee. I will see you at work. And she was like, that's okay. Like, I'm not there yet. She had to stop somewhere too. And I pulled into my Dunkin'. No line.
Ooh.
None. Like, I purposefully ordered on the app. So if there was a line, I could pull up to the front of the store and I could just, go inside and pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
No line. I immediately pulled in right to the speaker, said, I'm here for order, blah, 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 blah. They're like, okay, pull forward. There was one car paying when I pulled in, and it was like 9 o'clock. It was like, what is
Damn.
happening?
Well,
This place
yeah,
is always slammed.
I know. It was. I
Yeah.
used to work at that one.
You did.
Long time ago.
Yeah.
Mornings were insane.
Um, yeah, I remember stopping, like, because we used to have to be to work at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my god.
So I remember stopping at like 6:30 so I could get coffee before going to work. And it was still a line like almost out to the red light.
I know, yeah, because I used to stop and get coffee too, because I used to drive right by it. So I would just pull in, grab
pull in
coffee.
like
But you
the
always,
side and come around.
yep. But you always had to go super early because there would be a line.
If it hits like 7:30, even sometimes 6:30, there was a line almost out to the main red light there.
Yeah, there's a
line.
Oh my god, I'm yawning. It's not the company, I promise.
Right. Kat says, love the outfits. Thanks, girl.
Okay.
Thanks. Ray says, our Duncan is still recovering from its fire. Yes, our Duncan caught on fire. That was horrible. And I was very, very sad that day because I found out that it was closing, and it was closed for
17
months?
years.
Yeah, pretty much. Like,
yeah.
She said, I still don't know if they have tables in there yet. I don't think they do. I don't think you can go in now to pick up your coffee, but like that's
there's no
you
like
can't hang
cafe type sitting area anymore.
So Kat is requesting, she says, coupon story Molly.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I was at the drive-through and working at the Dunkin', and this she wasn't from this area, but she was from Pennsylvania because she had Pennsylvania license plate. But how she ordered her coffee, she said mocha really, really different, and coupon very different. And oh my, it took everything I had not to laugh, and then she kept repeating it, and I was like, just stop talking.
Right, I got it. Pull forward.
Please. Yes. And it was like, she's like, can I have a large latte? No, can I have a large latte with a shot of mocha? I can't even do it anymore. And then she was like, oh, and I have a coupon. I was like, a coupon? You have a coupon?
What the hell is a coupon?
I know. Oh,
and unfortunately, in Pennsylvania,
the mocha part was so funny. Oh my god.
There are so many different dialects.
Yes. Well, and it was more like in the coal mine, like in the coal area.
So she was out like Eastern
PA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but that's the thing. There are so many different dialects in Pennsylvania alone.
Yeah.
Like, you can always tell when someone's from Pittsburgh.
Oh,
you can always tell when someone's from Philly. And like soda is not called soda throughout the entire
No, it's
state.
not. It's called I call it pop. Okay. And when I first moved here, I remember I was a waitress and I said, what kind of pop do you want? And they're like, excuse me?
And they probably looked at you like you had 17.
Yes. And I was like, soda.
Yeah.
And another thing is y'all's lollipops. They're called suckers. But what's funny is nobody calls them suckers. So when you're like, here's a sucker, they're like, what? Like, there's a lollipop. Like, yeah. We call it suckers.
Guilty. One thing I will say is everyone, because we always say like we're in north central Pennsylvania. So we're kind of smack dab in the middle between Pittsburgh and Philly. Put that back down. And but we're also only 2 hours roughly from the New York border.
Right.
Like, maybe even less, depending on which way you go.
Right.
So there are so many people here that I'm like, Ewans, no, not a
Oh.
thing.
Oh my
Not a
gosh,
thing.
yes. When I first moved, I was like, what is that? What is that?
I will never say that.
Ewins.
Never. Y'all?
No.
Yes, I do use that.
I do y'all because I feel like it's inclusive and I'm trying to not say like you guys, right?
It's a gender neutral.
Yes.
Yes,
Mother,
so that's
did
why I
not
use that.
mess with my beans. Why was I
Um,
being a dipshit? I'm just done.
but yeah, Ewans,
I love
no.
it. No.
Yins, no.
I only heard that a few times. That's not really prevalent around here.
No, that's more out west.
Yeah, I guess. I'm not real for it. So.
Yeah, that's more of like a Pittsburgh area type
Yeah.
thing.
Another thing, and this is really super popular, and I heard even a youngster use it, is pocketbook.
See, I grew up, my mom would be like, my pocketbook, my grandmother, my pocketbook. It's always been purse to me.
I'm a purse. And when somebody said, can you hand me my pocketbook? I literally was like, I have no idea what you want me to grab.
It's funny because I've actually heard people be like, your purse is what you carry your pocketbook in. Your pocketbook is your wallet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Another one is the I think it's buggies and versus shopping carts.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I've always called it a shopping cart.
Yeah. I've heard just like older women
Call it buggies.
or women I should say, and men too. I've heard of a buggy. Put it in the buggy. What the fuck?
Yeah. When I hear buggy, I think horse
And buggy, right? Which is
because I grew up in Amish country.
Still prevalent around here.
Very
like
much
you literally
so.
drive up the road and there's a farm that has
Clip clop, clip clop, clip.
Amish.
And you get stuck behind their buggies.
OMG. Oh my gosh. We went driving. Charlie and I took a drive. And then it's one of my favorite things to do. And you just drive. And you wherever it takes you. That's where it takes you. We ended up in some state park. I mean, not state park, but some national park. Not national. That was dumb. I don't know. Somewhere. But in Pennsylvania. But we're coming, it's like a dirt road, but we're in Amish country, and we come up to like this rock quarry thing, and there's Amish people parked smoking cigarettes, like the kids, like they were not kids, I should say like teenagers smoking cigarettes, and I'm not sure what else, but I was like, I love every second of what is happening right now, and y'all rebel away. Like,
were they on a Rumspringa maybe?
No, because they were not supposed to be there. Like, but it was a Sunday, so it was like after church. Like, you don't have to really.
Right, all the elders were either traveling to or from.
Yeah, and the kids just took the buggy, right, and we're supposed to go to their friend's house. I don't know how it works. I'm not Amish, but then they were just like these teenage boys, and I think there was that girl, and that they had like, and then others were coming too. I was like, oh my god, this is so funny. We found their hideout.
They may not talk to us, but I have to go ask them what's happening. Like,
so funny.
Like, I know I'm English and you're not supposed to talk to me, but can you tell me what's happening?
No, they can still talk to you. No, yeah, they can still talk to you, but they don't. Depending on what sector, pictures and stuff like that and videos, they don't really want.
Yeah, I remember one time I was at a friend's house in Lancaster County, like way out in the outskirts of Lancaster County. And we were all sitting on the front porch, because we're drinking, it was a summer night. We had bonfire going. And her house was on like a thoroughfare between like family farms. Right. So they would travel right past her house from church. So a buggy after buggy after buggy after all night long traveling home from church, and I had to like rip my friend's phone out of her hand. It was like, stop trying to take their picture.
Right.
She's like, I just want a picture. I was like, no, it is rude. Like, it is
Yeah.
against everything they are. Stop it.
Yeah, I mean, like, because I know people like drive by in the field, and I think it's like more appropriate if you don't get their face. Um,
Yeah, but we weren't that far away. So any
yeah,
picture she would have gotten, and they were children.
right,
Like,
right,
I was like, leave them alone. Keep
right. They're not
drinking your tequila and leave them alone.
right.
Here's another shot, bitch.
I know.
Um, Ray says, I've heard stories of when the young Amish men are courting the young Amish women and they'd stop along their routes to pull liquor bottles out of drainage ditches where they had them stashed. Oh.
I mean, sure. This is the thing though, this because like I feel like a teenager is a teenager, a teenager.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
you're gonna have some, of course, that follow every rule, and then you're gonna have some that are like, no, I'm gonna push some boundaries and see what I can do, and this is what I can do. Yeah, everybody's gonna have that.
Right.
I
Well, I
never
mean,
stashed beer, but what did I do bad? I did some bad things when I was a kid.
I think we all have.
Yeah, I think.
I mean,
I remember just this one time I was terrified because I think I was like 9 or 10, and I was like on this like balcony thing, and like people were walking in and out of the building underneath, and me and these kids were up above spitting, and then I went to spit, and my dad came out and turned up, and we made eye contact, and I was like, oh my god. I just like dropped to the floor, and I was like, oh my god, please disappear, 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 disappear.
right. Go invisible, go invisible, go invisible, go invisible. This is
It
how I
was that.
die, friends.
Yes. This is the worst punishment he has ever given me. He said, you know what you did was wrong. And because we did get spankings, and he said
Guilty.
there's going to be a time when I will remind you of this, and that's when you'll get your punishment.
And
And I
that's
was
the fucking worst. Just give it to me now.
it was the worst. I mean, eventually I forget about it, but then I always think about it, and I'm always like, oh man, is it still coming? I'm 33, but is it still coming? Like,
Right? Are you gonna catch me one day and just
right.
wail my ass for being stupid when I was a kid?
Oh my god, but yeah, no, I never did that again. I've never spit off a building again.
Right? I remember. So I grew up in the country. Like, we had tractors in the yard, like cars my family was working on, like old classic cars that needed to be redone. They were not classic form.
Right.
They were basically rusted shells of cars. And my cousin and I were outside and we found a can of spray paint. And we got it on our hands.
Yeah.
And I remember we both kind of went and just I know rust bucket car, right? Like needed to be redone.
Yeah.
Her dad, my uncle,
Oh my gosh.
was not happy with us.
No. No. No.
And we were probably 5, 6.
Yeah.
Like, so we were like little.
Yeah.
And I mean, old enough to know better, old enough to remember getting our asses beat.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I
But yeah,
remember one time.
we didn't touch their stuff anymore.
Right? No, seriously. My sister and I were driving in the backseat. She made me mad. What's new? Not driving in the backseat, riding in the backseat. And she made me mad. And so I had like this little figurine or something that had a sharp edge. No, I wish. No, this is dumber. I was so dumb. I was so dumb. On the side I sat, I carved my sister's name in the door. Yeah, my parents didn't buy that it was her. And I got in so much trouble.
They were like, did you really think that we thought
Yeah.
she leaned over you to carve her name
Like,
in the door?
I was like, she did it yesterday. Like, I don't know. Oh my god. I got smarter after that, but oh my god. It was so funny.
So funny car story. A friend of mine that I've known since we were in like preschool, Like
Yeah.
legit went to preschool together. My aunt had a daycare. Like she went to that daycare. Like known her for my entire life, basically. We were in the back of my aunt's car, and we were going somewhere, probably the mall or grocery store or something. And this is back when cars had those push lighters in them.
Oh, yeah.
And she kept fucking with it. And I was like, stop
Mm.
it. You're going to hurt yourself. You're going to get us in trouble. Stop it. Well, she pulled that lighter out and touched the tip of it with her finger.
What's the last time?
Reamed her head off. My aunt reamed her out. And my aunt is a very, like, calm natured, passive woman. Like, she'll tell you about yourself if she needs to. But she's very, like, she loves kids. She had like 13 kids at one time at a daycare. Like, she was just great with kids. Yeah, she ripped her apart. I was like, you dumbass. Like, obviously I was little, but I was like,
But
you're
in your head, you're
stupid.
You're so dumb. You're
so dumb.
I mean, shit, my sister, she was so dumb. She's so dumb. She, like, the burner was on. And she was, like, older. And she's like, I wonder if this is hot. Yes, it's hot. It's a burner on the stove. It's
right?
on.
Well, that's why I always say when you have kids, like if you have like a winter like wood stove or a coal stove in your house, or even just your regular stove, they'll only touch it once.
Yeah,
Because if they touch it more than once.
No, I was always too scared to touch it because I don't know. When I would get close, it was hot, and I was like, I don't really. I'm good.
I'm good.
Yeah. My sister on the other, she's like,
right. Tunnel vision. It's just like a moth to a flame.
Seriously.
I've touched them on accident when I was a child because, I'm
like
cold. So I'd be like huddled up in front of it. And then the next thing you know, like your thigh or your knee is touching it. And you're like,
The worst is my mom, because we had a burning wood stove too. Mm-hmm. And my mom would put like a pot and some water and some cinnamon and some
that was my favorite.
Let it simmer.
Yes.
Yeah. And then you would try to get it. I would like get it off, and I'd like trip, and like your arm would.
Yeah.
I've done that. Or like put wood down and get wood, bring wood in. That was like one of your chores before you had to go to bed, was bring wood in.
Yep.
And I tripped a lot, I guess.
I mean, you're graceful now, so
right. I have so many doors. It's so annoying. Like,
those doors jump out and get you. I'm telling you.
Oh my gosh! Or like door frames. I don't know if it's like, and it's like I fit. I just went on one side more than the other, and I just hit I'm like, what the? Come on!
I actually heard that is a sign of ADHD, like running into door frames.
Hello. Yeah.
I mean, hi, I'm right there with you. I've never been diagnosed with ADHD, but I run into door frames like it's my job. Like, it could be an archway that I'm walking through and I'll run into the door frame.
Yeah, and it's annoying. And I'll like literally look up and like, did I seriously just come on?
Right? Like, bitch. You stepped over here
the whole time. Like, it didn't move.
No, I totally get it though. I'll kick things that don't move. I had a roommate who would fall over the same chair every single day and it never moved.
Okay, well, that's just insanity.
Oh, he is like, when he had his daughter, I said, you know what? That poor child is going to look like her mother and act like her father. And what does she do? She looks like her mother and she acts like her father.
I don't know what's going to be worse, acting like me or acting like Charlie. Because listen, Charlie's quick, and then he's funny, and then you're like, oh, wait, shit, you just made fun of me, and I laughed at it.
You just insulted me, and I thought it was a joke.
Yes. And then you're like, God damn it!
Bastard!
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm like, shit, do I want another one of that? Or do I want a me?
Well, maybe she'll be graceful like you and quick-witted like Charlie.
There we go.
Because then at least if she falls over thin air, she can make somebody else think it was their fault.
I feel like Charlie's a little bit more graceful than I am too, though. Like he stays upright more than I do.
I laugh because I fall down quite a bit, so I
do.
understand.
Yeah, I do. I don't know. I mean, like, I remember one time we were playing a game, like a kickball game, and I went running for a ball, like not even like running hard, and I legit tripped over my own 2 feet and just went, whoop. My God. Yeah. I'm like, it wasn't even cool. I literally was just like, I don't even think I was going after a ball. I think I was just running, and I just like fell. God damn, just let me lay here.
Right. Just let me lay here and wallow in my disasterness, okay?
Seriously.
So we got a few comments. Lisa Gare says y'all are too much.
Oh.
Well, thank you, friend.
Thanks.
That's what we do. She was one of the people texting me not too long ago.
Oh, hey.
Reese said, I put my whole hand on the top of a wood stove in middle of winter.
I mean, that sounds sensible.
And this is
Kids
one of
don't
the
try.
many reasons she's not carrying our children.
Right.
Because this is another one. I win all the awards for doing the dumbest shit when I was younger. Yes. If you carried our children, love, they would not see double digits. She also said, I also put my whole hand on the super shiny exhaust of a motorcycle. Same hand. Second time. It was all bubbled up all over my palm and fingers. Maybe that's why I'm left-handed. LOL. Always touch the hot things with my right.
For why? I mean, one time I did get burned from my dad's truck exhaust because it was right by like the handle that you would hold to get up. And I just went.
Yeah. I remember riding, I think it was a dirt bike. I don't think it was my dad's motorcycle, but my foot slipped off the peg and touched the exhaust. Like my leg touched the exhaust.
Yeah, yo, and it just takes like a second, and it's burning.
Yeah. Kat says, my son put his hand on a wood stove. He was like 2. It was horrible to get it to heal. Poor kid. It's the worst.
Oh my gosh, they want to.
Reese answered your question. Said because it was shiny and I was inspecting it.
I mean, that makes sense.
And she was also like 4.
That makes sense too.
Yeah. I love my wife dearly, but it would not surprise me if she was still like, ooh, shiny.
Okay, right.
But yeah.
I know.
So tonight's show did not go the way I anticipated. It kind of took a left turn. But it was great. We had a great time talking about random ADHD brain things because that's what we do.
Yeah.
But we are at 8:57.
I know.
We usually end the show on a, something that we're proud of, positive note, because there's so much bad shit in the world. So,
yeah.
Do you have anything you would like to throw out there?
Yeah, I do. I had my appointment today, and like I am healthy as a flipping horse. I never understood that saying, but I'm like good to go. Placenta, everything, amniotic fluid, because I can never say it right. Is where it needs to be. She weighs where she needs to be, so I'm like super excited about that.
That's awesome. I know when you told me that this morning, I was like, yeah, not that I was worried that anything was wrong.
No, well, I mean, the thing is unfortunately, because I am, heavier, there's a preconceived notion that I will, well, they already flagged me as high risk. However, my pregnancy has not been high risk at all. And it's almost like they're trying to make it.
Right. They're trying to anticipate when it's going to switch.
Right. And it hasn't been. Everything's been great.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So then they're like, yeah, we were worried about low birth rate. And I was like, well, bitches, she doesn't have it. It's not a thing.
And she's active as hell. We had to send me here, so.
Seriously. Yeah, and she got her kidneys. I saw her brain. So, I'm really, really happy about that.
Awesome. Yay. Yeah. We cannot wait only a few more months and we'll have a baby. I know. Real quick before I throw mine out there, Lisa says, I'm loving Molly's hair.
Oh, hey, thanks. Yep, my Golden Girl Mary style.
Right. Maybe we'll do this Monday for like meetings and.
Oh my gosh, that would be fun. Actually, I do have a shirt today.
You have what?
I have a shirt for Monday that I'll be wearing all day.
Nice. Well, perfect.
Yeah.
And Reese says, I'm thankful I can stop using two names now.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Because she's officially Reese Hunter with the government. We finally got that changed.
Hey, that's cool.
But what I'm thankful for is I get to enjoy the little things in life, and
Mm.
Monday is one of the little things that mean the world to me. And by that, like, I love Halloween, so like I
Oh,
love
yes.
dressing up. But I love seeing little kids
Mm.
enjoy Halloween and dress up.
Yeah.
So getting to go out with my niece and my sister and my
Mm.
wife, and hopefully my mom and my stepdad will go along.
Yeah,
It's just the little things that mean the world, and
absolutely.
just seeing her face light up when she sees all the other costumes, because she's at that age now where she'll interact with other kids, whereas a couple years
Right.
ago she was still super shy and
Right.
distant.
Yeah,
And
of course.
so now she'll talk to other kids and she'll play with them, so it's really fun to see, and I'm excited to be able to do that. And one day we'll have our own little nuggets we can do that with, but for
Yeah.
now we enjoy it with our friends and our family's kids. So
That's
yeah, it's Molly's turn now to
great.
have a baby, and hopefully it's mine next, but we'll see.
I know.
So, but all right, kids, it is 9 o'clock. So,
Mhm.
we're going to call it a night. But until next week, we'll see you next week. Bye.